Welcome. When you come into the platform for the very first time, you're going to go through a quick onboarding process. And this onboarding process is extremely important because the platform won't function the way that it's supposed to unless you complete all of the onboarding steps. So you'll start just by entering in your basic details, and then we will click continue. Then you are on the markets page. So this is where you're going to configure your personal market. So, what state are you in? The city, any zip codes that you want to track, your minimum price range and maximum price range that you work. And if you don't have a minimum or a maximum, you can always just keep it at no minimum. Then the property types that you like to work with and the client types that you work with. And we're going to save that configuration. And you can always change these should you want to in the future. Now, moving right along. Next is your coaching style. So we have three different coaching styles: supportive, balanced, and direct. So this is how our AI and tools communicate with you. I'm going to choose direct and next. And then we have our activity level. So this is going to configure how the tasks are assigned to you. So do you want a smaller amount of tasks per day or a lot of tasks? So I'm going to keep it on get moving and continue. Now it's the intelligence assessment. And this is what controls and helps out the AI. So you'll choose your experience level, your work commitment. So full time plus basically just means that you work on the weekends also. Business structure, if you're a solo agent, team leader, or a team member, and then your work schedule. So I'm going to choose flexible. Now we're getting into the database size, and you'll choose your database size here and how your contacts are, if they're warm, mostly cold, your previous year transactions, your previous year volume, and then the average price point that you work. And if you don't have any previous year volume or transactions, you can, of course, leave those as zero. And then your biggest challenges, you can select up to three. Your primary growth goal for the next 12 months. And then how do you prefer to learn and improve? And then you'll rate your consistency as of right now. So, how would you rate your consistency right now? I'm going to choose inconsistent and click complete assessment. And the last step is going to be the goal planner. So you're going to launch the goal planner, and you'll start by putting in your net income goal that you want to make for this year, and be sure that the correct year is selected. And then you'll enter in all of your personal expenses and your business expenses, and you can choose if they are monthly or annually on any of the expenses that you choose. Here, you're going to select the or enter in the average sales price that you work, your average commission rate. I'm going to put in 3%. The buyer versus seller split. So, what this is, do you primarily work with buyers or sellers, or is it 50-50? So, you'll just move this lever to what fits your business. And if you haven't worked any transactions, you can just leave it on 50-50. And then your split. So your brokerage split on buyer transactions, your brokerage split on seller transactions. And then if you have any team splits on top of that, you can enter those in as well. We're going to click next. And now it's giving us the breakdown of the total amount of contracts we need to do and reverse engineering it down to how many conversations we need to have. And on this final page here, you can print your plan, you can email it to yourself, but we're going to click finish and activate. This is what saves it in the platform. And then we will click complete setup. And there you have it. So now that you've completed the onboarding steps, now you can generate your first set of daily tasks